Tav X Hebrews, purity and becoming one. You guys, it's a shame what I've been witnessing these last couple of months in Israel. There are many false prophets in Israel. I mean, it's overcrowded with false prophets. The majority of leaders in Israel today, they're false prophets and they're false shepherds. Because you know what I'm seeing, you guys? And I've been seeing this for months and months. It's downright sickening, okay? And especially the majority of people on planet Earth are pushing what I'm getting ready to say to you guys. But we even have Torah and Tanakh only Hebrew Israelites pushing this stuff, saying that the eclipse is insignificant, you guys. Anybody out there that sees this video, I hope you understand something, okay? If you are of the opinion and the thought process that April the 8th eclipse, nothing to see here, insignificant, means nothing, you are in for the shock of your life, okay? You're in for the shock of your life because clearly you're not Torah Tanakh only Israelites. Because guess what? In Genesis 1 and 14, does it not tell you that the lights in the heavens are for signs? Does it not tell you that? But you know what? You're going to see countless, I can't tell you guys how many teachers I've seen, mores, whatever you want to call them, in Israel, telling people that the eclipse is insignificant. And let me say this, let me give a disclaimer. It's a shame I got to give this disclaimer because many of our people still have that Christian energy, that wickedness. I'm not talking about anybody in particular, Hebrews, because you know what? I noticed that around so-called black people, our people are so poisonous, so treacherous. We've been so miserable for hundreds of years. There is something embedded deeply in many of us that likes drama, that likes trouble. I know what I'm talking about. How do I know this? I used to be black, y'all, in case you didn't know. Okay? I'm not talking about anybody out there in particular, because I know how a lot of you guys out there think. You want to start something, hey, he said this, he said that. I'm telling you guys what I'm talking about. I'm telling you guys who I'm talking about right now. I'm talking about any teacher, any moray leader in Israel who is telling you that the eclipse is insignificant. I don't know who might have used those exact words out there, but that's the general idea. Maybe someone has used that direct word. Eclipse is insignificant. But I see that's what's being pushed. Nothing to see here. Just an eclipse. Happens all the time. No biggie. No biggie, huh? No biggie, huh? Bear with me, Hebrews. Bear with me, Hebrews. Let's read this, okay? Because you know what? It's one thing for the heathens to be pushing this, but to have false prophets in Israel pushing this, that the eclipse is insignificant, that is nothing to see. And you know what's so sad? It doesn't have to be a big event that takes place on April the 8th. Look, when April the 8th comes and this happens, which is a Tav X, you're supposed to know that that's a sign of impending doom. Nobody said that the world is going to blow up. I hear people out there saying that the world is going to end on April the 8th. Really? Nobody knows when the Ancient of Days is going to step on the scene. But I do know the seasons, and I do know that this is a sign. And anybody out there telling you that this is totally insignificant, that's a false prophet. I don't care who it is. And I'm sure this video is going to piss somebody off. Whoever is out there telling people that there's nothing to see on April the 8th, that it's a waste of time, this is completely insignificant, just focus your attention elsewhere, that's a false prophet. And that, whoever those people are, I'm sure they will get pissed if they get wind of such a video as this. Do I care? Absolutely not. Because guess what? I'm siding with Genesis 1 and 14, something that none of these false leaders in Israel and false shepherds are doing. It's despicable, y'all. When I hear somebody tell the Israelites there is nothing to see, that the eclipse is insignificant. And whoever's telling people that the eclipse is totally insignificant, you know who you are out there. The Most High knows who you are too. And Israelites, I'm trying to point this out to you. You guys, look at this. You got to make a decision. You going to follow your lying moray, or are you going to listen to God? Genesis 1 and 14. It's a shame that I got to keep reading Genesis 1 and 14 because you guys don't like Genesis 1 and 14. And God said, no, but my moray said, and God said, no, man. My Hebrew Israelite leader said, nothing to see here. My Hebrew Israelite leader said it's a waste of time. It's insignificant. It means nothing. And God said. So you make a choice, Hebrew. Who you going to listen to? Somebody telling you that the eclipse is totally insignificant? Or are you going to listen to Genesis 1 and 14? And God said, let there be lights in the firmament of heaven to divide the day from the night, and let them be for signs and for seasons and for days and for years. So how are you going to know what signs they mean if you're not watching and paying attention? Because your false prophet teacher in Israel told you the eclipse is meaningless. It means nothing. It's insignificant. You're a false prophet. You're a liar. And you are saying something directly against what God is saying. Yahweh. Hebrew Israelites, I'm making this video so that you can see who you are following. You're following a man. You're following a woman. You're disregarding God. Yahweh. Y'all, anybody who has the audacity to tell somebody that the eclipse is meaningless, because we know that the Torah stands forever, hit them with Genesis 1 and 14 and watch how false prophets and liars will squirm and try to explain away what God said, because they're wicked and they're liars. They're false prophets. The Most High did not send them. If somebody is sent from Yahweh, they are not going to tell you that the eclipse is meaningless, insignificant. When God said, and God said, let there be lights in the firmament. What lights? The sun, the moon, the stars. And God said, let there be lights in the firmament of heaven to divide the day from the night. What? To divide the day from the night, in case you don't have comprehension. What lights in the firmament divide the day from the night? The sun, the moon, the stars. All the stuff they tell you don't look at is evil. God said they for signs. Your teachers are leading you astray. To divide the day from the night and let them be for signs. So why is your teachers in Israel telling you that the eclipse on April the 8th, which is a Tav X with a numerical number of 400, why is your lying false prophet leader telling you that that is totally insignificant? I want you to ask him. Ask him. Whoever those people are, ask them if they're telling you it's totally insignificant, nothing to see here. Ask them. Why God said something else. God said they're for signs, but you say it's insignificant. Why? And you know what? People, you getting ready to see. You're getting ready to see who's who. All false prophets are being exposed. God said the lights in the firmaments are for signs. But anybody out there saying that it's insignificant, you're a devil the Bible speaks of. Yeah, you better repent, whoever you are, wherever you are. I don't care about anybody out there that got something to say about this video, whoever it may be. You know what I care about? I care about what God said. God said, let the lights be for signs. Who are you to say something else? I'll tell you who you are. You're a liar and you're a false prophet. Yeah. Yeah. Nothing to see, huh? Insignificant, huh? We'll see about that. We'll see about that. Anybody who's bucking what God said, Yahweh, you gonna see about that. Top X coming over America in just a little more over a day and a half. Okay? We gonna see. And for all of you naysayers out there, you probably looking for some kind of big bang or big watershed event to take place on that day. You don't have the ability to read the signs. You don't know that the shift has already happened. It's already happening. But you're so blind, many of you out there going to wait and see April 8th, and when nothing happens, if nothing doesn't happen, you're going to say, see, I told you it was nothing to see here. You're blind as a bat. But soon, you're going to understand the error of your ways. Pretty soon, lots of people are going to understand. And if they don't understand what I'm saying, I bet you they'll understand whenever the giants start showing up. I bet you they'll understand that. Top X Hebrews, terror is coming to America. You've lived lavishly for a very long time. Hebrew Israelites out there who worship Yahweh and Yahweh only, Old Testament only, Torah only, Tanakh only. You guys who actually believe the Torah, you know that Genesis 1 and 14 means exactly what it says. So you don't need anybody to tell you that there are many false prophets in Israel. And guess what? All of the false prophets in Israel will hate to see a video like this because they're being exposed. Yeah. Whoever they are, wherever they are, you're being exposed. Genesis 1 and 14. You can try to explain it away all you want. And it proves anybody out there who thinks that this eclipse is completely insignificant, you have no idea what's going on out there. Yahweh did not send you. And you do not know how to read the signs. Like Genesis 1 and 14 is talking about. Since you don't know how to read the signs, you discourage others from even investigating because you don't have the ability to do it. The majority of leaders in Israel are wicked and they're liars and they hate Genesis 1 and 14. You're wicked. This eclipse means numerous things. I don't know how many more times I can talk about it, but I'm sure I'm going to still keep talking about it. I'm probably going to go live the day before, which is Sunday. Right now, as I'm making this video, it's Saturday night, late night Saturday night, as I'm making this. By the time somebody sees this video for the first time, this might be late, super late Saturday night, maybe early Sunday morning. But at some point tomorrow, Sunday, I'm going to go live, okay? Hit this like button. Subscribe to this channel, Hebrew, if you're not subscribed already. Don't let nobody tell you that this eclipse is meaningless. Genesis 1 and 14, and God said. That right there trumps anything that your teacher says, anything that your moray says, anything your pastor says gets trumped. Genesis 1 and 14. And God said. I know y'all don't like that. I know somebody out there, blood is boiling. But you ain't mad at me. You mad at Yahweh because you don't like the Torah. You hate the Torah. That's why you actually telling people the eclipse is completely insignificant. You see that? Subscribe to the channel, Hebrew. Tav X. Purity and becoming one. Numerical value of 400. Doom and gloom and destruction coming to America soon. You saw the earthquake in New York, didn't you? In Jersey, 4.8. But I thought everything is a coincidence, huh? There's no such thing as a coincidence. The date of the eclipse is 4/8. The magnitude of the earthquake was 4.8. There them numbers go again. That's double numbers. 4/8, 4/8. I thought numbers don't mean anything, huh? I guess that's a coincidence too, huh? You guys don't know nothing out there. You don't know nothing. Because I guarantee you the same people who are going to tell you, don't look up, nothing to see here, eclipse is insignificant, they also tell you numbers don't mean anything. You guys know that's a lie too. The Most High speaks through numbers. He sure do. And look, one of the numbers that he really loves is the number 7. Y'all should all know that. Okay? The Most High got plenty of signs around us. But I say this all the time. Many of us will only accept supernatural things from Yahweh if we're reading about it. The very moment the power of Yahweh shows up in the physical realm, you run for cover because you're terrified of the power. Your own power, you're terrified of your power, which is Yahweh. Because the Gentiles have spooked you. That's why you don't want to look up at the sun, the moon, and the stars. The Gentiles have scared you guys. And there was a good while, they had me spooked too. But all praises to the mighty one of Jacob, Yahweh, Akkad, Yahweh only, Yahweh alone. He broke me out of all that stuff. I'm not in bondage to no man's doctrine. I'm not in bondage to no church doctrine. You know what? I serve Yahweh and him only. And I don't care who don't like it. And you shouldn't either. You better get in line with Yahweh, okay? Follow him. Don't let nobody explain the way the Torah and Tanakh to you. Don't let somebody read Genesis 1 and 14 and then try to dumb it down and say, even though God said they for signs, but they're going to tell you it's insignificant. If you let somebody do that to you, shame on you, Hebrew. Tav X. Purity and becoming one. Hit the like button, subscribe if you're not. 4/8 coming soon. Doom and gloom.